If you want to get your first 100 subscribers on YouTube, I want to share in this video a really simple 5-step process to do exactly that, your first 100 subscribers on your YouTube channel. And this is the same exact system that I've used across 6 different channels now. They're all now monetized over 1,000 subscribers, but I use the same technique to get to the first 100. Now, the first 100 is typically the most difficult. Now, the very first time in 2017 when I made this channel, it took me about 2 to 3 months to hit 100 subscribers. But once the ball gets rolling, for example, now, I could get that every few hours. I could get about 100 subscribers in 3 to 4 hours every single day. But it takes a long time to get to that point. So let's talk about your first 100 subscribers, exactly what to do to get them. And I'll share a new thing that just rolled out at the end. It's not part of the 5-step process, but I'll include that as a bonus. Step 1 is to have a very clear audience in mind. Now, most people skip this step. They just create videos and they're hoping that YouTube will help them find an audience. But if you don't have that idea in your head already when you're making content, it just takes a lot longer. It could take YouTube sometimes like a year to figure out what kind of audience should be watching your content. And if your content is kind of all over the place, I used to make this mistake all the time. I made a ton of different types of content on the same channel, and that's why I have 6 channels, because I started to really grow that into multiple different niches and multiple different channels. So if you're just throwing a bunch of content out there, a bunch of videos in the same channel, it's going to be really hard for YouTube and yourself to figure out who your target audience is. So think about that. It doesn't matter if you're making business content, gaming content, just think about who should be watching that content. And then you could do your research in the following steps to make videos specifically for that kind of an audience. If you don't do this, and even if your channel somehow takes off, which again, it might be just by luck, you're going to have a hard time down the road to actually monetizing, turning it into a business, utilizing it for your business. It's really hard to do any of that without a target audience in mind right in the beginning. Now, when I learned this lesson, for example, I have a dedicated channel for filmmakers. I know my target audience are going to be younger filmmakers. I have one for creative people, so I only really cover creative apps like Photoshop on that channel, right? These are all the things I used to do on one channel. I even have a TikTok dedicated for iPhone tips. Again, something that I just had all in one channel. So you don't have to go after multiple different things, obviously, but the one thing you do go after, make sure it's very clear. Step 2 is all about your content, and your goal is to increase retention and watch time with your videos. So how do you increase retention and watch time? Now, I've done this a little bit with this video just to give you an example here. But one of the best ways for YouTube to recommend and suggest your videos is when you get people to watch your videos for a longer amount of time and not click away from your videos. One of the best ways to do this, and probably the simplest way to do this, beyond reorganizing your entire video, is by using graphics, videos, and images on top of someone talking or just addition to someone talking. When you do that, it basically creates multiple different cuts every minute of your video. Mr. Beast, for example, recommends doing this every 3 to 4 seconds. I think for my target audience, that doesn't quite make sense, but I still try to do this a few times, maybe 5, 6 different times every minute to just make sure you're just not looking at me sitting here just reading a script, right? That I'm mixing it up with this additional images and videos. Now, I use a resource called Envato Elements that I'll link below. Basically, with Envato Elements, you get unlimited downloads for creative assets. So I've used that for the different video clips, and you get royalty-free licensing, meaning you could use this on YouTube. You can't just download this kind of assets like images and videos and just use it. I also get my music, my graphics. I create my thumbnails using it. Everything related to my YouTube channel has this as my primary source for assets. And assets are graphics, images, and videos. So what I recommend with your next video, try to get royalty-free videos, images, music, and really try to elevate the quality of your videos by having multiple different cuts, background music. That lets you basically, with really not much effort, elevate the quality of your video, which increases the retention time of whoever's watching. The third thing I always do is make search-based content as well, right? So what I do in addition to getting YouTube to suggest my content by increasing the retention time, by changing the structure of the video. What I also do is I make things that could be discovered by YouTube search. Google search also shows a lot of YouTube videos, and there's another way you could get people to find your content. And again, back to tip number 1, if all your content is to a specific type of a person, right? If it has a kind of a topic and a niche that's in the same world, those people, once they discover your channel, may watch even more of your videos, right? And then that increases your channel's watch time and retention time as well. So think of YouTube as a search engine, really a discovery platform, so people could find you if you make search-based content. One of the easiest ways to do that, another resource, is called TubeBuddy. Now, TubeBuddy I've used since day 1. I have their paid program, but they do have a free subscription as well that you don't have to pay for, and you could get gradually as you grow your channel, get the paid version. But with this, you get a ton of video ideas. I basically just type right now, how to grow a YouTube channel and how to get your first 100 subscribers on YouTube. The title for this video was a suggestion from TubeBuddy, right? Then I basically have 100 more suggestions just off that one search idea that I came up with. And then I could basically make videos for a whole year that are search-based in a few minutes of research. So I do this research every few weeks to make sure I have the latest, greatest ideas here for my channel when it comes to search-based content. Again, I mix that with all the other type of content that I use, but for a new channel to get to 100 subscribers, one of the best ways is to get one of these videos to rank in search on Google or YouTube. Once it shows up number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you'll get views all the time, every single day. That's how I get hundreds of subscribers per day right now, right? It's just based on some of my old content that rank in search. Step 4 is all about making better thumbnails or improving your existing thumbnails. This is where I've seen a lot of people struggle because they just pay a lot of attention to maybe the title of the video, what the video is about, maybe even the video itself. Maybe they use royalty-free platforms like Envato to add a bunch of video clips and images. All that is good. But if someone is not clicking on the thumbnail, right, they're never finding those other things that you spend a lot of time doing, right? They're not even watching your video because they never clicked. Improving your thumbnail is one of the best ways to get to 100 subscribers and even to 1,000 subscribers. And what I recommend is if you don't know how to make thumbnails, get templates. Like Envato has a ton of different templates that you could just download. Now, a lot of these are based in Photoshop. So if you don't want to learn Photoshop, you could use another platform called Canva. Canva also has templates, but it's all web-based. So you could really use it. Envato, I think, gives you better templates. But for the first 100 subscribers, it doesn't really matter which platform you use, whatever is easiest for you. So if you're brand new to design, Canva is a good place to start. And once you get advanced and you want to get to 1,000, 100,000 subscribers, do learn a little bit of a Photoshop skills so you could use templates from Envato that are much more advanced. And I got a bonus after this one, but number 5 is ask your viewers to subscribe. A lot of people do this incorrectly. So one of the things that I used to do, I don't do it much anymore since I'm really not focusing on subscribers, I'm more on views now. But when I focused on subscribers, trying to get my first 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, what I did is I said what the video was in the beginning of the video. And then I said, if you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Something very simple like that, but not at the end of my video where I already lost most of my viewers. And not as the very first thing, because they don't even know what the video is going to be about unless I say what it's going to be about, right? So make sure you do that. You give them a clear reason to subscribe, the value for your channel, right? So I told you, if you want to grow your YouTube channel, this is a place to subscribe, right? You click that, and then I get a subscriber that way. But now I have to make sure I deliver continuously on that kind of content. So make sure you remember to do that. And you want a really easy to click subscribe link in the description or as the first comment. You could pin your own comments, ask people to subscribe, and put a subscribe link there. It's really easy if you give someone just one call to action, meaning don't ask them to do 5 things. Before you get your first 100 subscribers, that should be your only focus and all you ask for, right? So ask them to subscribe to your channel to watch this type of content if they're already watching one of your videos that they resonate with, right? Great technique here. And a bonus tip here that makes it really easy nowadays to get to 100 subscribers than back in the day is YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts wasn't around when I first started YouTube, right? for the first 5 years of YouTube, I didn't have YouTube Shorts. But YouTube Shorts, the vertical format videos from the YouTube short shelf, which also could be monetized, you could use those to get 100 subscribers much faster because they could go viral a lot easier than other content. So what I typically like to do is make a bigger video, a longer video like this one, 5 ways to get to 100 subscribers. And then think of a short version of that video that could be less than 60 seconds. And then I could shoot it on my phone in vertical format or take this video and edit it in vertical format. Places like Canva, again, let you do that. Basically change it to the right format. Upload it as YouTube Short. Now I got 2 chances, right? I got search-based content or suggested-based content, things from the regular YouTube. And then now I have YouTube Shorts too. Same type of content, I just restructured it a little bit, right? To get another chance to get my videos shown to people, help me to get to 100. And I also created another training that is much more in depth. So if you want to take YouTube seriously, if you're using it for business, or you're trying to turn it into a business, a viable business you can monetize, I do have a complete training. Shows you how to get to 100, 1,000, even 100,000 subscribers using that technique. That one is about an hour long, so I have it on my website. I couldn't fit it in a YouTube video, obviously. But make sure you check that out. Link in the description. You could sign up and watch that training if you found this one useful. But make sure you review the tips in this video. These 5 tips should help you get to 100 subscribers if you implement them. I hope you found this useful, and I'll see you on the next video.